Hi everyone, this is Suren. From this video, you will understand the format of the IELTS test. There are two versions of IELTS. The first one is academic IELTS, which is taken by people who want to go English-speaking countries for higher education. The second one is general training IELTS, that is taken by people who want to work or migrate to English-speaking countries. So you must know which version of the IELTS is required before register. IELTS test is conducted in two sessions. Listening, reading and writing occurs in one session without break. Speaking test is scheduled separately. It might be on the same day after listening, reading and writing test, or it might be before or after a week. Now let's talk about listening section. Listening is the first test and it is same for both academic and general training IELTS candidates. Total time for listening is 30 minutes and 10 minutes extra time is provided to transfer answer from question booklet to answer sheet. There are 4 sections of listening test and each contains 10 questions. In the listening test, recording is in the order of difficulty. That means the fourth section is more difficult than the first, second and third section. Reading section is different for academic and general training IELTS. Now let's have a look what differences are there between them. Let's start with academic reading. Total time for reading in academic IELTS is 60 minutes and 3 long passages are given with different kinds of tasks. The passages are in the order of difficulty. The first passage is quite easy to understand, but the second and third passages are more difficult. Altogether, 40 questions are given. Similarly, total time for reading in general training IELTS is 60 minutes. There are 3 long passages. Section 1 and Section 2 contain 2 short texts with the tasks, and Section 3 contains a long text. Like in academic IELTS, passages are given in the order of difficulty. Candidates have to do 40 questions. Make sure no extra time is provided to transfer answer, so you have to write answer directly in the answer sheet. Now let's move to writing section. In academic writing, task 1 is summarize, describe or explain a table, graph, charts or diagram, and task 2 is essay writing. On the other hand, in general training IELTS writing, task 1 is letter writing. Letter can be formal, informal or semi-formal, and task 2 is essay writing. For both IELTS, minimum words should be 150 in task 1 and 250 in task 2. Total time for writing is 60 minutes for both versions of IELTS. Generally, 20 minutes time is allocated for task 1 and 40 minutes for task 2. But you can manage the time yourself. For example, 15 minutes for task 1 and 35 minutes for task 2 and 10 minutes for checking grammar, spelling, punctuation and so on. Let's talk about speaking test. Speaking test is scheduled separately. It can be on the same day after listening, reading and writing test. It might also be before or after a week. It depends on test center and available time. It is a face-to-face interview which takes about 11 to 15 minutes. Speaking test is divided into three parts. Part 1 is introduction. In this part, some general questions are asked. For example, your name, address, hobby, aim, and so on. The second part is individual speaking, where topic is provided. Candidates will get a minute for preparation and they have to speak on topic 2 to 3 minutes. Last part of speaking is discussion. In this part, further questions are asked based on part 2 topic of speaking. Speaking test is same for both academic and general training candidates. Okay, this is all about the format of IELTS test.